The grief was a physical weight, a dense, leaden fog that filled Clara's lungs and made every breath an act of sheer will. In the sterile, buzzing silence of the hospital corridor, the world had shrunk to a single, impossible truth. Leo was gone. Her Leo, whose laugh could quiet her storms, whose paramedic's hands were so gentle, was never coming home. A routine call, a slick road, a moment that erased a lifetime. Her fingers, numb and clumsy, dialed the only number she thought could anchor her. Her mother answered, the sound of clinking glasses and laughter in the background. "Clara, can this wait? We're right in the middle of your sister's birthday dinner. Mom, it's Leo. He's gone." The words were sand in her mouth, a pause. "Oh, honey, that's terrible, but Chloe's just blown out the candles. We'll call you back tomorrow, all right?" The line went dead. Tomorrow came and went. They did not come to the hospital to identify the body. They did not come to the funeral home where Clara, holding the hand of their 8-year-old granddaughter Maya, had to choose a casket alone. They were absent from the funeral, where Leo's paramedic colleagues formed a silent, uniformed guard of honour. Their absence was a void colder than the February ground. A week after the burial, they finally appeared at her door. Clara, moving through her own home like a ghost, felt a flicker of pathetic hope. Perhaps they had been in shock. Perhaps now they would finally hold her. But their eyes scanned the living room, not for signs of their daughter's suffering, but for assets. After stilted condolences, her father cleared his throat. "Clara, about the house. Leo's life insurance. We need to discuss our share. That down payment we gave you. It was an investment, not a gift." The world, which had already ended, seemed to end again in a different way. The fog of grief didn't just lift. It crystallized into a blade of pure, clarifying fury. They saw her husband's death as a liquidation event. In that moment, Clara saw the entire architecture of her life with them. The hand-me-downs while Chloe got new, the missed school plays, the constant, quiet relegation to second best. It had all been leading to this ultimate dismissal. She looked at Maya, who was watching from the staircase, her small face far too wise. Her daughter had inherited Leo's quiet strength, his ability to see straight to the heart of things. Clara would not let this poison touch her. The next day she met with Mr. Davies, Leo's lawyer and their longtime friend. With a steady hand she didn't know she possessed, she showed him the text logs, the call history, the void where her family should have been. Leo, in his profound foresight, had already placed everything, the house, his pension, the life insurance, into an irrevocable trust for Maya, with Clara as the executor until she came of age. It was ironclad, but Clara went further, preparing a file of all the documents, making their legal defeat not just a fact, but a story. Her parents returned, their avarice making them bold. "We've spoken to a friend who's a lawyer," her mother began, no pretense left. "That money is rightfully ours." Clara didn't argue. She didn't raise her voice. She simply nodded to Maya. Her daughter, with a composure that stole the air from the room, walked forward and handed her grandparents a plain, white envelope. Inside was a copy of the trust, its legal language a stark, unassailable fortress. Paper-clipped to the front was a note in Clara's handwriting. For every missed recital, every dismissed heartache, every birthday of Chloe's that mattered more. For not coming when my world ended, your investment bought you nothing. Your share is this, the knowledge that you have no claim here, not to his money and not to us. Do not contact us again. They read it, their faces flushing with a shame that was too little, too late. They left without another word, legally and morally evicted from Clara's life. In the years that followed, Clara and Maya built a new life in a house by the sea, filled with light and the memory of Leo's love, not the shadow of his loss. Clara founded the Leo Foundation, a support group for those navigating grief without a map. She shared her story anonymously online, her words about grieving the living while burying the dead, becoming a beacon for thousands. Her proudest achievement was the Leo Grant, a scholarship awarded each year to young women who, like her, had been the overlooked daughters, the afterthoughts. The story concludes under the bright lights of a high school auditorium. A confident, radiant Maya, now 17, stands at a podium, accepting an award for her community art project. A series of portraits of everyday heroes, paramedics like her father. Clara watches, her heart full, a quiet smile on her face. In that moment, her phone screen lights up on the seat beside her. The caller ID flashes. Mom. Clara looks at it for a single, peaceful second. Then, her gaze returns to her daughter, to the life they built from ashes, to the love that never truly left. The phone screen goes dark and she lets it finally, blessedly free. Blessedly free.